I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Paige.
And today we are going to tell you the 8 best reasons we found to stay at a Walt Disney World Resort hotel. When we went to Disney World the first time, people told us to stay on property. And we didn't listen. We stayed off property. So hopefully this will make it easier for you to make a decision, learn from our mistakes. There was a lot of things that we didn't realize about the resort hotels in Florida because we're from the West Coast. So when we think of Disney resort or, Disney hotels, we think of the ones for Disneyland, which are totally on a different level. And they're great in their own ways, but today we want to just go over everything to help make your trip more convenient. And so one of the things that we realized was there's just a variety of different hotel options. When going to Florida, in Disneyland, there's only the 3. In Walt Disney World, I think there's like 20 or 25 resort hotels.
Yeah.
At least there's a lot. And each one of them have a different theme. So, if your kids like pirates, there's the Caribbean Beach Resort. Or if you like that whole like New Orleans vibe, there's the Port Orleans and the French Quarter. And, for the little kids who like all the animated movies, there's the Art of Animation. And there's even a campground. I mean,
there's a lot to choose from at the Walt Disney World Resort.
So like when planning, it's not just like it's not just one standard hotel like you would go to like a chain hotel. Mm-hmm. It's like a different whole theme behind each hotel. And like
one great thing is like there's different price points. So if you want to stay at a cheaper hotel, like if you're more on a budget, but you want to get the perks of staying at a Disney resort, there are the value resorts. So that'd be kind of more like Art of Animation, or there's like All-Star Sports, or I think there's
All-Star Movies.
Movies. So there's just a variety, and that's going to be a little bit more on like the cheaper range. So I think those ones start at like $99 a night. And then you go to the moderate, which is going to be, I think, around like $190 something a night, starting at. And that's going to be more like the Port Orleans Riverside. And then there's going to be the deluxe, which is, I think, in like the $300 range. And then there's deluxe villas. It's more in like the almost $500 range. But they all offer so many different things. And it just depends on what you're looking for, what you want to make your trip out to be. The price range is nice because it just depends on where you want to stay. And I think the campgrounds are like $60 a night or starting at. So if you just cater it to how you want your trip to be, just depends on what you guys are looking for.
And the villas have like a kitchen and a washer and dryer in the room. So
yeah, so if you're looking for more of that kind of like,
if you don't want to pack as much stuff and you want to be able to like wash clothes while you're there and rewear them, that's an option.
Or if you want to go to like Walmart and buy food and cook there, if you're not really on a budget if you're staying in a deluxe villa, but if you're trying to save money since you spent your whole vacation fund there. Just kidding. But you could cook in the kitchen if you wanted to.
That's true.
So there's just a bunch of different options as far as like price points and just theming of the hotels.
And one of the other things to think about when you are booking your trip is the magic bands. And with staying at a Walt Disney World Resort hotel, your magic bands are free for each person. And basically what they are is they link with your ticket. They help check into Paige displaying one. You check into the parks with those. You check into like your fast passes with those. You can even store your credit card information on them.
I can keep going. I have so many.
But yeah, no, basically, so you can just do a lot of things with them. Like you can buy food with them if you store your credit card on there, or if you go to the water parks, you can use that to like buy your locker. So they're really helpful. And as Paige was displaying, there are a variety of options. The ones that come basic with the hotel are the plain ones. So like I also have some as well.
But hers are like super organized. I don't even know where she got this.
So this is like a cardboard thing. They actually sent this. They sent our magic bands on this, like all 4 of ours, and I just took it and kept it as my like display. But you get these, so like the basic colored ones that are just plain. There's a variety of different colors. There's like orange and blue and purple. Or you can now pay a little bit more to upgrade to like a more deluxe one.
So like this one's like the super cute Dole Whip. Oh, super cute. This one is a little bit older. This was, I think, my very first Magic Band ever. But it's going to be the cute polka dots.
We're going to make this a group effort. Normally, if you're not staying on property, they range about $14.99 to $29.99 per band. And that's not like your ticket price. That's in addition to.
Yeah.
So it is nice to just have it included as part of the, like, you know, your stay, that you just get them shipped to you before you get them. Actually, if you choose them in advance before you get there, they ship them to you, and then you can actually book your fast passes up to 60 days in advance, which is a huge benefit
oh my gosh,
of staying
it's
on
so
property.
Helpful. Yeah. The first time we didn't stay at a Disney hotel.
And you can only do it up to 30 days in advance if you stay like off property.
Yeah.
But with certain rides there, if you don't book them like exactly 60 days in advance, you're not going to get a fast pass.
Flight of Passage, forget about it.
Slinky Dog Ride, forget about it. What else? There's like, those are probably the most.
Those are like the main...
Mine Train.
Yes. That we had a really hard time getting on that one last time because we missed our
We missed it by like 3 days.
Yeah.
I think we booked it 57 days in advance and we literally had one option. So it's just really important to have that benefit.
Yeah, it's a big perk. So another benefit that the Disney resorts have is the Magical Express. So what that is, it's a giant shuttle that picks you up from MCO, which is Orlando, Florida's airport. And it takes you to your resort from the airport. So they even pick up your luggage for you. They bring it, I think it's only if you're flying from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. that they do this, but you don't even have to worry about going to the turnstile and picking up your bags. They actually have their bus driver, whoever's in charge of that, they go and they pick up your bags and they bring it to the resort that you're at.
Like, no, it's like in your room. Like, you literally show up and it's in your room. Sometimes there is a delay on it, I've heard, though. So, like, I would say just pack, like, a pair or two of clothes, like, in your personal item that you're carrying, just in case it doesn't get there right away.
Because that's so convenient, though.
Yeah.
And another thing, too, is when you're leaving, you can actually go, they have a TSA check-in window that you can go to and you can check in your bags, print out your boarding passes. Even if you don't do the Magical Express, if you have a rental car or whatever, you can still drop your bags off and say, here, take it to the airport
for us. Bring it for me, yeah.
And it, knock on wood, hasn't failed. And they also have rooms where you can store your luggage. So we like to take advantage of our very last day. It's really convenient. And Magical Express is the way to go.
And on the note of transportation, just the transportation from the resort to the parks. I mean, you know, other places like Disneyland, you can walk from non-Disney hotels to the parks. That's not the same thing with Florida. The resort, like, itself is, I think they've said, the size of the city of San Francisco.
It is ginormous.
Huge.
It's huge. Like, Walt Disney was a genius when he bought that property, because once you enter Walt Disney World area, it is Disney for days, and it's very well kept and clean.
And one of the things, I mean, just to be able to have this bus that they're constantly running, like every 30 minutes from your hotel to the different parks, as well as Disney Springs, which is the shopping district, you don't have to worry about getting an Uber, or, you know, obviously you can't walk there. But one of the best things I think they've added recently was the ability to go on the My Disney Experience app and view the bus schedules from your phone. So if you're in your room, you're getting ready, you're worried, you know, am I going to miss the bus? You can look at your phone and see when the next scheduled bus is scheduled to show up. If you just missed it, take a few extra minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's like a variety of different transportations as well. Bus, boat,
Skyline, monorail.
Or they have like those taxi things now that you can rent.
Oh yeah, the cute little polka dot things.
Yeah, the little polka dotted buses. They're kind of
cute.
like your own personal little Uber if you want to. That's like through Disney,
which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's definitely the transportation was probably the biggest thing for us.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what happened the first time when we weren't at a Disney hotel?
Yeah, I remember.
We stayed at a hotel near Disney Springs. But the bus we had to take was like, it was maybe like once every an hour, I think.
Yeah.
And they stopped at 4 different hotels like along the way. So if you had 2 hotels before your stop, you're not even guaranteed a space.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you have little kids, you might be sitting separated.
And it's not even as big as Disney. It's like Disney has like large buses that can accommodate. Disney's going to make sure that they're taking care of you to make sure you get to the places you need to in a timely manner.
And back to your hotel at the end of the night.
Yeah, and you're not going to get stranded, because that definitely almost happened once.
Yeah.
So another perk that the Disney hotels has is the magic hours. You get extra hours at Disney. So you really optimize the time that you have and your park ticket by getting not just maybe 12 hours, but 14 hours in a day. And when you haven't been to Disney before, if you haven't, or even if you have a lot of things you need to do in a short period of time, it's nice to have those extra hours to take advantage of. So that's a good perk too.
Another huge benefit to staying at a Walt Disney World Resort hotel is the food and beverage options. Just to start, I'm going to say that you can get a refillable mug that Paige is displaying one of them. So they're about $19.99, I believe is the price right now, and it is unlimited coffee, tea, soda,
iced tea,
hot chocolate.
Yes.
Your whole stay. So, I mean, that really does add up, with soda being sometimes, I think, like $4 to $5 a piece.
Yeah.
If you eat breakfast there on most days, or, have a few dinners there, it really does end up worth it. And you get to keep the mug. So you get a souvenir out of it.
And that's another great benefit, is they don't just work at the resort that you're staying at. We love to hotel hop. We love to resort hop, check out new hotels, try and pick a new hotel to check out every time we go. And if you're thirsty, you can just put these in your backpack and use them wherever you go. Or if you want to try a new restaurant. We ate at the pizza place on the boardwalk. I wouldn't say a cheap meal, but it's definitely cheaper, because I think the pizza was like $25, maybe $30.
Yeah.
And then we all had our sodas covered. So when you're spending $5 on soda, you definitely are going to be saving money by eating at the resorts and using your refillable mug. The food at the resorts is just really good.
And there's a variety. I mean, it's not just like expensive. There's quick service options. There's fine dining, casual. There's
a variety of options to choose from.
It's Disney food, you guys.
Yeah,
it's like Disney food at your hotel. You can get Mickey waffles at your hotel. It's like the iconicness of the parks that you can have right there.
But another thing too is going to be, if you stay at a Disney resort, you can choose to do the dining plan. Now, we have never actually done the dining plan before. We still are trying to justify the price of it. It's only offered to those staying at Disney resorts. So another great thing that Disney resorts offer is going to be the on-property activities. So there are a lot of things to do in the parks, but there's also a lot of things to do at the resorts. So if your kids have had it, they're done walking around, they're tired, go back to the resort. They have really nice pools at a lot of the hotels. They have movies under the stars. They have different movie nights.
Most of the pools have like a really cool water slide with them. I don't know for sure about all of them, but I know a lot of the ones that we visited, they have like a water feature or a water slide that just makes it different from any hotel you would go to like anywhere else. They just put their Disney touch on it. And you can pin trade at the hotel.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
if you pin trade in the parks, there's actually, in each resort, there's like the store that has the pin board, and you can even trade with the cast members. So if you're into that, you can do that right at the hotel. So our last and final reason why you should stay at a Disney resort in Walt Disney World is Disney magic. Disney puts their touch on everything. And if you want your kids to feel like they're having this amazing experience, even us, like just going to a Disney hotel, it feels like you're in this totally different world. And especially like we were saying with Walt Disney World being such a large property that everything is so well maintained and taken care of, it really makes it feel like a vacation. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that you guys learned from some of our mistakes. Now, not saying you have to stay at a Disney hotel, but it justifies paying a little bit more, because when you add up certain things like the Magical Express and you add up the cost that you save on an Uber or a taxi ride, and then you add up the cost of the Magic Bands, I think it all balances out, but it's worth it to stay at a Disney hotel, for sure. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.